Hi, welcome to Explorers Academy. My name is Sarah Dennison and I work with Manatee County Parks and Natural Resources. Today we're going to do an activity about ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is the process by which carbon dioxide emitted into the atmosphere is absorbed into the ocean. When carbon dioxide molecules react with water, they create carbonic acid. This acid decreases the pH, or acidity, of the ocean. In this experiment, we'll observe how ocean acidification is impacting creatures with calcium carbonate shells, such as clams, snails, corals, sea urchins, crabs, and some plankton. For this experiment, you will need 3 clear glass containers, 3 empty shells from the beach, a pen or a pencil, your shell observation sheet, water, salt, white vinegar, and a sticky note or a scrap of paper. The first step of this experiment is to fill 3 clear glass or plastic containers with our 3 sample solutions. The first is white vinegar. This is just plain white vinegar that you get from the store. The second is salt water. This is tap water with a little bit of table salt mixed in. And the third is just fresh water right from the tap. And make sure you label these containers so that you don't forget which is in each container, because they all look clear, so it's easy to lose track. So make sure you put a label on it. The next step is to get our shells. Now these are shells that you may have collected from the beach, or maybe you have laying around from an old trip to the beach, and we want to make some observations about these shells, and we're going to write these observations down. So my shells are small, white, they look like they were from some sort of bivalve or clam. They have some pretty deep ridges on them. They feel very rough. And they are very tough. I can't break them, I can't bend them. They're very strong and resilient. So I'm gonna write those observations down. Our next step is going to be to place our shells, 1 in each of the 3 solutions. So I'm gonna put 1 shell in the vinegar jar, 1 shell in the saltwater jar, and 1 shell in my freshwater jar. And now we wait. I'm gonna wait about an hour before I come back and check on these shells. And at that point, in an hour's time, we're gonna make some observations about what is going on with the shells, if they're reacting to their liquids, or if nothing is happening at all. So after an hour, you'll come back, you'll make your observations, then you're gonna wait overnight for about 12 hours. When you wake up the next day, go ahead and check on your shells, see what's going on, write down some more observations, and then you're gonna wait 24 hours from the original start time. So later that evening, at that point, you'll take your shells out of the jars and feel them, smell them, make any observations you can about what has happened after soaking in the various sample solutions. Now that you've seen how the shell reacted to being soaked in a very acidic solution, such as vinegar, can you imagine what would happen to shells in the ocean as the ocean becomes increasingly more acidic? What would happen to all these creatures like crabs, clams, snails, and corals that need calcium carbonate skeletons or shells to survive? And how would that impact the entire ocean ecosystem and the food chain? Thank you for joining me on Explorers Academy. For more videos, check out our Facebook or YouTube page at Manatee County Parks and Natural Resources.